What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Sagittarius friends here with me today. Welcome to the newbies. Welcome back to the subscribers. Thank you all so much. Happy to have you. We are going to do a fun little tarot spread on the subject of love for all the Sagittarians out there, however you associate with it. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, cross watchers, you are welcome here as always. Do bear in mind these are general messages. That means that not everything I say is going to resonate with all the Sagittarians out there. So only take away messages for your best and highest good. You will know intuitively what those are. If something doesn't seem to resonate, you never need to force it to fit your circumstance or scenario. You can release it if it's not your message. That being said, I encourage you to come into this with an open mind and an open heart. Sometimes messages take a few days, a few weeks to resonate, and if they do later on, that's fantastic, right? Pieces and parts of this may resonate, right? So again, only take away what you feel is meant for you, and ultimately we all have free will, and we are all responsible for our actions of how we move forward with these tarot messages. All right, that's out of the way. Let's hop in. For my Sagittarians in love, we'll give you one more shuffle here. Anything you want to know about this video is going to be written in that description box below, so go ahead and check that out. That's going to include my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. And it'll also include the decks I'm using, etc., etc. So one more card for Sagittarius in love. If you don't have a person, this may be about someone coming in or somebody from your past. All right, cool. So let's hop in for Sagittarius. Bottom of your deck is Queen of Wands. I like that energy. I like that very much. That fire queen. That's you, Sagittarius. All right. So I'm going to do this as past, present, future. Again, take what resonates for you. Ooh, starting it off strong with that Ace of Cups. And Wheel of Fortune, that's one of your cards. This card has come up a lot in several of the tarot readings I've done specifically for love. So the idea of expansion, changing, ending of cycles, starting new cycles, the idea of divine timing, fate, destiny, things coming in that potentially we don't expect, right? With the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of like the idea of it's out of your hands. You know, let karma do its justice. Let fate take hold, do its job. It's something, as long as you show up, right? You show up to the game, the universe is going to come and like kick the ball back to you for like a cheesy metaphor. But it's the idea of cycles and forward movement and expansion, right? And I believe Jupiter's out of retrograde now, so I think that's going to be some good energy coming in for all of us, right? Not just for you, Sagittarius. Boom, World card. What a beautiful card, too. I love this depiction of it. I just think it's, ooh, I love it. Okay, so these are all bomb cards. This is in your past. So the idea of a new love. The Ace of Cups is the beginning. It's the start of some sort of emotional offer, an emotional endeavor. I'm reading for love, but for some of you, this might be a career reading. A new project, but really, probably between two people, right? Potentially a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Heavy on the Pisces. There's lots of kind of fish imagery and even like it's kind of like this really dreamy, beautiful scape. Now you may have strong water in your chart, Sagittarius. That's possible. You could be like a Scorpio, Sag cusper. Yeah, but the beginning of a new in love, and I'm getting it was fated. It was destiny. Blinded by the light. I don't know what that means. That's a song, isn't it? I get messages and songs and lyrics all the time. So you may not have even seen this coming in. It may have come out of nowhere, and I'm just getting organically, naturally. It's like water coming from the mountains. It's pure and it's clean. It's untainted. And something about differences between you two, but it was a natural attraction. It was an instant attraction. Different upbringings, different religions, different cultural backgrounds, potentially. It doesn't have to be just different walks of life, different class, different, whatever it is for you. There was something different, but it was this like yin and yang, mutual attraction, and it was just like you guys were fixed on each other. And the cup runneth over, right? That represents the love potentially between you. For some of you, this could represent learning to love yourself, right? If that's been an issue. And I feel like Sagittarius, in the past, you've had some rough ones. I know you guys get like the 9 and 10 of Wands all the time. So, yeah, for some of you, this could be gaining back your own energy, your own strength. Sometimes the Ace of Cups can be spirituality. Because of the way it's like these two flowers and the fish in between, this could represent adding a third to the mix. If any of you are looking to start a baby, it's like, yeah, something about like delivery through the, I don't know what I want to say, through like the birth canal almost is what I'm getting. And especially with this, she does kind of look pregnant, right? The world circles, cycles, the moon, or big round belly, right, for pregnancy. That's not going to be for everybody, but it could be. It could be progressing your cycle into like starting something new. You have the two cards that speak very much of new cycles and closing out old cycles. And it's rooted in the idea of love, of like your cup runneth over. I really like that. That's really beautiful. Let's see, what should we clarify? Should we clarify the wheel or the world? If you're waiting for change, or again, this is the past the way I'm reading it, I think you had been waiting for a very long time. You may have felt like you were really stuck, and as hard as you may have tried to progress forward, something was like keeping your wheel stuck, like it was jammed in the mud or whatever, like it wasn't able to progress forward, but then all of a sudden something gave. Again, luck, destiny, fate. It may be in the form of a new person, energetically or metaphorically, symbolically, like lifted some sort of weight, and I'm almost getting like chariot vibes, like Cancer, like it unstuck your chariot so you were able to progress forward and maybe see the world, right? Maybe some of you did some traveling, maybe maybe some of my Sagittarians left an old job behind and pursued something that was more in alignment with their heart, with their love, with their soul. I frequently see the world card as like an artist, somebody who's expressing themselves in some capacity. So whether it's visual arts or music or performance, it doesn't have to be. But yeah, it's something about luck and love. Lucky in love, maybe, right? You could have had a Capricorn come into your life, or another Sagittarius, again, a water sign potentially, or a Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. Those are the 4 signs represented on this world card, but it doesn't have to be. That could be something in your chart or just in your energy. Oh wow, you got a lot of cards to clarify your past. Good Lord. All right. Yeah, Ace of Cups, it's something about healing energy that's brought you back to your power. And that's sort of what we were saying with the Queen of Wands. There are those wands that always show up in your thing, but it's actually at the bottom of the deck. And so I kind of like that, because it's like she's conquered the wands. You've come into your power and you're no longer in this victimhood. You're no longer trapped by your demons. Because you've done some soul searching, right? Hermit mode. I love that. All right, so Ace of Cups is being clarified by the Magician. Yeah, so stepping into your power, aligning your heart. I'm almost getting kind of like Temperance vibes, which is your card, aligning your heart and your head, maintaining balance of what it is you want to put out into the world, what it is you want to create, but it has to start from the internal. Checking in with what you want, what makes your heart sing, what brings you joy. You've always had the tools in front of you, Sagittarius, so it's like some of you have finally aligned your mind, body, and spirit correctly to go after who or what you love, and then the universe is like, oh, okay, cool, like I'll double down on that. Let's do it, Sagittarius. And they start helping, the angels, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, starts like throwing you tokens like, yeah, okay, let's keep this going. I'm liking this. I'm almost getting like the visual of like playing a video game and not wanting to stop. You have to keep feeding it quarters because it's so exciting. And that feels so Sagittarian to me, the idea of like, you know, you're excited and it's joyous and you're in it, and then yeah, it's like the universe wants to like, I'm just getting double up on whatever energy and love you're putting out into the world. It's going to send it right back to you, and that's what this Wheel of Fortune has to do with. It's being clarified by the Two of Wands. All right, so options or paths that you could potentially take, things that maybe excite you or intrigue you. You may want to go on some sort of journey, or the term hunting here is important. I don't think they mean literal hunting of animals, but maybe hunting or chasing down your dreams, capturing what it is that you've always dreamed of. Also the idea of feeling like you're in a rat race and constantly like in competition with those around you. This is about going off on your own in true, like, Sagittarian mode. Like, you're the archer, right? Taking your bow off the wall, metaphorically, and going out on that hunt. I think that's what that means. Again, it has to do with coming into your power because you've aligned your head and your heart, and so Spirit is trying to like, nudge you forward and, like, cheer you on to keep going. I mean, there's a bow and arrow in the background here, right? Maybe you're chasing a person. Maybe you're going after a person that means a tremendous deal to you. And it could be solidifying this newfound love with them, right? And there are weapons on the wall, but I'm almost taking that as the idea that you're willing to fight for them. You're going to fight for this person, Sagittarius. So then the world is being clarified by the Five of Wands. All right. And the Empress. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying this before, something about feeling like you're in a rat race or in competition, you're leaving that behind because something about new doors have been opened to you. You're exploring new worlds, new lands, and that doesn't have to be a physical move. That almost to me means like with Jupiter energy, right? That Sagittarian Wheel of Fortune, expanding your mind. Very like kind of hippy-dippy 60s reading intellectual poetry and maybe smoking some weed and like opening up your mind. Oh my God, this is so classic. Jim Morrison, right? He's a Sagittarius. I just posted something about this the other day, actually. The Doors got their name from a William Blake, I think it was a William Blake poem or a piece of writing anyway, and it said, there are things known and things unknown, and in between are the doors. That's how they got their name. And I think it has to do with the doors of perception, the mind. That's what this is. You're no longer in conflict, or I almost said contact, that could be true, with people from your past who made you feel like you were being watched, like you were being hunted, like you were a target of negative energy. You've freed yourself. You've liberated yourself, right? She's naked, she's vulnerable, but she's free. It's almost like she's swimming in the ocean. Skinny dipping. Maybe some of you went skinny dipping. But I mentioned that quote because it has to do with your mindset. You're seeing things in a much like blue, crystal clear way. You see an endless world of possibilities, and it has to do with coming into your power. I don't know if I can show you this because her boobies are showing, but Empress energy, Mother Earth energy. Both of these, the idea of pregnancy. Some of you might be looking to start a family. That could be what this cup represents. It could be that your child is going to be born in Pisces season, and it doesn't have to be. Taurus and Libra energy. I did see the Queen of Swords come up in your kind of pre-shuffle too. You might be dealing with a Libra. But yeah, it's new beginnings, it's fated, it's destiny, and it's freedom. It's some sort of release. It's fighting for what you believe, and yet there is a focus on like weapons and tools, and I almost take that to mean it's you've been through the ringer, you've been through the trenches, you've been at war with yourself is what I'm hearing. So yes, some of you have finally raised your vibration. As I said, this could be loving yourself. Your cup runneth over for yourself, but again, when internally you're good, that just translates externally, so it's going to attract the right people into your life. Sagittarius, wow, crushing it. Okay, so that's just your past. Let's see where you're at currently for those who are resonating. All right. So 7 of Cups energies, I believe that's a Pisces card. Or no, is that Scorpio? Yeah, it's Scorpio. My apologies. All right, so the 7 of Cups is sometimes the idea of illusions or options. Interestingly enough, this has to do with what I was saying before about expanding your mind, expanding your realm of thought and that makes sense for you too, because you guys are the philosophers, right, of the zodiac. Spirituality, some of you may actually be getting very into astrology or studying the planets and the effects of, retrograde and how, but it has to do with your emotions, right, with cups, how that's impacting your emotions. I think some of you are learning about your emotions. Maybe some of you are going to see a therapist or a psychologist, or maybe some of you are doing that work for others. That's possible. But I almost see these cups in alignment, and they all have the symbols of different planets on them, right? It's representing the study of something about the universe, like cosmic timing or something, and how it impacts us here on Earth emotionally. And these cups can also represent different people in your life. perhaps different zodiac signs in your life, but something about like the teaching or the knowledge or the understanding of emotions. And it's falling under this Magician and Ace of Cups. I'm wondering if it has to do with understanding the emotions that have been triggered in the past and in the present by people in your life. Negative and positive, right? It doesn't have to all be like, toxic people. But I think you're learning about that. And because the 7 and the 1 is like 8 of Cups energy, if you will, it's like you're coming into your power to recognize what cup you really deserve and what cups you've been settling for. It's like you're taking stock or inventory of the people who offer you love. I use that very loosely. Who offer you some sort of friendship or relationship in your life. Well, possibly romantic, but this could also be your parents, your brothers, your sisters, whatever. You're taking stock and actually looking at these cups. And yeah, there's something, I don't know why, but this is important. The 8 of Cups is the idea of walking away to go after your wish fulfillment, leaving the familiar things behind, the familiar people, the familiar emotions, the comfort zone, essentially. Loving yourself enough to realize, I deserve better than this, and I'm going to fight for it. I'm going to manifest my desires, my destiny. Things I've always dreamed of, I'm going to make them a reality now because I feel it. I feel that it's the right time to do this. So yeah, it's like, I don't think you're quite there yet. I think you've already been set off on this trajectory of, again, destinies and cycles. I think you've already potentially come into a new cycle in your life. But in the present, it's like you're still not settling. I think because you've achieved so much like liberation and freedom already, in a good way, it's like, I want more. I can do more. I'm powerful. And what's interesting is I was mentioning 8 of Cups, right? Going after your wish fulfillment. Boom, center of your spread, 9 of Cups. That's the wish fulfillment card. And it's I love how it's depicted. It's the genie in the bottle. He's granting wishes. How I was saying, it's like when you how do I phrase this? Universe is like playing tennis with you, and so when you toss the ball this way, they knock it right back to you. But I'm just getting it's almost tenfold. So if you give the universe an inch, they're going to give you a mile right back. And that's what this is. When you take small steps towards your alignment of love, towards whatever it is that you've always wanted or dreamed about, and it has to do with like harnessing your own inner strength and confidence and power. That Queen of Wands, where did she go? When you're in your own power and deciding to manifest and bring your reality bring your dreams into a tangible reality, the universe comes in and they're like, yep, I like the Sagittarius. Let's keep doing this. It's like he's giving you confirmation, like, I like what I'm seeing, kid. Keep doing it. I like that. And there's going to be struggle. It's not going to be easy. Something about competition here. Some of you have an inferiority complex with your siblings. Flat out, I just have to say it. No shade, right? There's no judgment. But some of you, that's been more of an issue than I think you realize. And if it's not with a sibling, brother or sister or whatever, it's with someone close to you. It could be a cousin or even someone in your friend group. I hesitate to say a best friend, because this is someone that, yeah, you feel like you always have to keep up with them, or they're always about to outdo you, and it makes you self-conscious. It makes you feel less than or incapable or needing to prove something to the group or to someone. And what's interesting, though, is you've had this huge revelation of freedom, of liberation from the past. This is the exact same card, right? You've had the same card twice. The 5 of Wands, which together is that 10 of Wands we were talking about. You always get the 10 of Wands in my readings. So in the past, it's like you walked away from people who were like keeping tabs on you and keeping score. That's what this is. People who are keeping score of, well, I did this for you and you should do that for me. But it's like swatting at a nest of bees. Nothing good comes from that, right? Like it's kind of immature. It's kind of stupid, right? Taking stock of the friendships and the relationships in your life. What do you truly value? Whose relationship and friendship and love do you truly value? What adds to your wealth what adds to your well of emotion? What makes your cup runneth over? And what doesn't? What is draining your energy? Who's a time suck? Who's like a bottom feeder? Who's just like sucking your energy away? a fun vacuum, if you will. I think you know who. It could potentially be another fire sign. It could be a sibling or a cousin, someone you grew up with and you had no choice but to be around them, and so you grew up kind of in this, I think it's like playful, friendly competition, but it was damaging to you emotionally or mentally in some way. And again, this could be fighting for your parents' attention. This could be fighting for the attention of cute boys or cute girls in the hallway of like the high school, and you always felt like you weren't quite good enough. But the thing is, you've risen above that. But I think you're still sort of extracting pieces and parts of either those relationships that you're still holding on to emotionally, that maybe they've caused some damage and you're ready to release. Or there may just be memories that come back of these people, or maybe somebody reaches out to you and they're trying to, I don't know if it's like rekindle a friendship or a relationship, but if this is how they made you feel, again, I'm just getting with this genie, this like intuition, right? Moon, listening to your internal guidance system. That is your intuition. You know who you need to release from your life, and it's not easy, right? This is a card of struggle. But it's like this genie is representing the universe. Like the universe is entrusting you to make the right decision, Sagittarius. It's like that look your mom gives you when you know you're in trouble, your dad, whatever. It's like, that's what this genie's doing. Like, Sagittarius, really? We're gonna associate with this mother effer again? Come on. Like, that's what this card is saying. Is this in alignment with your heart's desire, with your wish fulfillment? When you picture the fairy tale ending, what it is you've always dreamed of, that's going to bring you joy, abundance, happiness, where does this person or people, potentially a group, where do they fall into the picture? That's for you to decide, right? But that's what's coming up here. Is it in alignment with your heart's desire? What's in their cup? Like, maybe you're doing, again, taking stock of the people in your life. How much love do they really have to offer you? Is it a friendship when it's convenient? Is it a time suck? Is it a money suck? Are they emotionally manipulative? Is it a one-way street? Are they always coming to you for stuff and like you're burnt out? You don't have anything else to give. Who's giving the love, and who's giving the cups and the energy into all of your relationships? You're really coming into your power, and yeah, you're analyzing the details of these relationships. And yeah, I think it's great. It's good energy. All right, so let's hop into your future. Knight of Pentacles, all right. King of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles. I want to say maybe Cancer had the King of Pentacles. All right, let's see here. Give me a second. I want to digest the messages here. I will say, too, for those who are trying to start a family and thinking of having a baby, this could be deciding how much of a role you want the parents or your parents or the grandparents, if you will, to play. They may, again, something about manipulative energy. It's like you want to protect your future children from that. And so you're being very cautious of how much energy you extend to involve them in like the family. That's not going to land for everyone, but that message just came through here. And so why I say that is because it's leaving those people who maybe you had a conversation with about like, hey, like we're going to do our thing over here. They're feeling abandoned. They're feeling like you've left them behind. And this could absolutely be a group of friends. But I'm just getting that for most of you out there, if this is resonating, it comes from a good place of protecting your energy, of protecting your love. Energy vampires, right? That's sort of what I'm getting here. And it's you in the middle protecting your cups, protecting your wishes, protecting your dreams, protecting your future abundance, right? A lot of you, maybe your friends have been dependent on you for money, right? The king of money, the king of pentacles. And look, he's flanked by these people who want his money or want something tangible from him, right? His energy, his time, his love potentially, right? So it's almost like when you remove yourself from this conflict, when you take off the blindfold and look at like, why are we attacking like a nest of bees? This seems kind of silly and ridiculous. I don't need to compete with you anymore. You're my brother, you're my sister, you're my whatever. whoever this is that you're speaking to, they have this moment of like, Sagittarius, how could you do this to me? You've locked me out of the cold. Maybe you're literally kicking someone out of your house. Maybe you have like a freeloader that's been living on your couch for 3 months and you're just like, sorry, it's time to go. They're, again, more emotional manipulation. That's how they're making you feel. But it's just not the reality of the situation. This is you. This is beautiful. This is like I was going to say liberation, but Lady Liberty, right? Like, this is a fair and just decision. So don't feed into like this petty conflict and bullshit and this abandonment and how could you do this to me, Sagittarius? Because you kind of suck. Like this, I'm just getting bad energy from those around you. And it's not so much a romantic partner for most of you. This felt really good, the idea that you're going to fight for this relationship. Potentially with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. It doesn't have to be. But anyway, you have 2 5s here. 5s are like chaos. They're conflict. They're difficult energies that we have to work our way through. But you'll work your way through. After the 5 of Pentacles comes reciprocity, 6 of Pentacles. You know, you reap what you sow, you get what you give. And after the 5 of Wands comes the victory card, right? The 6 of Wands, right? So yeah, it's like once you make it through these kind of uncomfortable conversations or energies, there's victory on the other side. There's light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, this may have to do with facing, like, I'm just getting long overdue conversations with people in your life that need to be released. And I think it pains you to do that because you do like to be that person that people can depend on. And the thing is, Sagittarius, you have been. I think more than you realize, but to your own demise. It's taken from you. It sucked the energy and the life out of you. So I'm hoping this represents new love that's coming in that is equal. And I do think it is with 2 cups. You both are going to fight for each other. Again, you're coming into your power. I really like seeing that. So don't give up the fight. This sort of truth, this is the truth that you basically need to lay down the law for these like bottom feeders, okay? And yet emotional manipulation is probably going to happen. They may still ask you for money or how could you do this? If it's not in alignment with your heart and your wishes, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward on, again, that chariot, that wheel. Keep pushing forward. New destinations, new travel, new cycles. That is your old story. Those are the old people you used to hang out with. Look for the new. Look for the new people who only contribute joy and positivity to your life. All right. So after you take stock of these emotional offers in your life or these cups, these people, something to do with cosmic energies too, potentially a soulmate or I don't know, something about the universe or the world or maybe decisions between different partners or I don't know exactly what this is saying, but it has to do with multiple people and the love that they offer. Under that, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So that's a card of Virgo. Slowest knight in the deck, the slowest moving knight, but extremely reliable. An earth sign, right? Earth, it's like you can't force nature to grow. It happens in its own time, divine timing, right? So this is the idea that the progress you're making is slow and steady. So even though you may get frustrated or again questions the decisions you're making, you are making progress. You are going to be victorious because with the Knight of Pentacles, he has a game plan, right? He knows the details. He knows the consequences. He's mapped it out. He has a game plan for when this fails. He has a backup plan to the backup plan to the backup plan. This knight will make it happen. He or she, right? For anybody watching this, you can kind of toss the gender out. But it's like you're going to get there, but seeing the progress, it's going to be a slow and steady journey. You're not going to get that instant gratification or instant satisfaction the way a lot of fire signs like, right? Fire signs need kind of that constant stimulation and fun and inspiration and creativity. So you might be lacking that. Because this is coming into your future, this is almost like a forewarning of like, hey, like if you feel like you've reached a plateau, don't give up. Because you've reached that plateau for a reason. It's all part of this like divinely guided roadmap or process. Keep going because after you're in this like Knight of Pentacles mode, boom, King of Pentacles, right? The king of money, the king of abundance, the king of luxury, the king of wealth. And I don't always look at this in terms of physical money. I look at this as a king who values everything in his life that he's built. Again, pentacles, tangible. Pentacles can be like the bricks in the pathway we're building on our journey. The seeds that grow into trees. All this hard work and labor and endeavors that you've put in towards achieving your goals, towards working your way towards those wishes, things you've always dreamed of, it's going to pay off. That's what this is saying. But are you willing to fight for it? And are you willing to leave behind the comfort zone? Who or what is familiar? Maybe some of you are leaving home for the first time, and that's really scary. Maybe some of you are risking a financial hardship in order to go after this dream. With the Five of Pentacles, there is the idea of a loss of money or just a challenging time, a hardship. Sometimes it's the card of feeling abandoned, but I think that's more for your people than it is you. You may have felt this way in the past by people who did you wrong if they abandoned you. But yeah, it's funny. Sometimes, or usually with this interpretation, it's like the church light is the salvation. It's standing behind these people. It's what could save them. I'm getting the opposite for you, Sagittarius. I'm getting you need to leave this. It's almost like a facade. You thought this was a place of safety, of comfort, like it was your church, it was your home, it was your family. I'm just getting it's time for forward progression, especially if this does represent travel, seeing the world, seeing new places, leaving the old job that you were never happy in, where there was a lot of like ego and conflict and competition between coworkers. It could be that. Leaving the safety zone, and because that quote about the doors, right? There are things known and unknown, and in between there are the doors. It's the doors of perception. It's opening up your mind and expanding, but it's leaving the familiar behind. That's important for some of you. Because look what you're leaving behind. Do you see this dog? I know that the lighting isn't great, but it's vicious. It's ferocious. So while you may have some type, or maybe feeling some type of way about leaving the familiar, you're leaving kind of a toxic person behind. That's what this is representing. That is a card of Taurus, I believe. Are we doing okay for time? We gotta wrap it up. All right, so slow and steady wins the race. That's what's coming through here with this Knight of Pentacles. You may have a Virgo coming into your life. For those who are single and looking for love, somebody may make an offer to you who's a Virgo. Let's clarify this Knight of Pentacles for Sagittarius. Ace of Cups again. Can I show you this? Yeah, there's no movie. You have the Ace of Cups twice. Guys, in a love reading, 2 Aces of Cups. Again, the cup you fill on your own, your self-love, when it is overflowing, your cup runneth over, someone is going to meet you with their cup, and it's going to be on a level playing field. They're going to offer you just as much back as you're giving out to them. You get what you give, right? We were talking about reciprocity. That card didn't come out, granted, but that's what you're headed towards. When you leave the Five of Pentacles, the familiar, the comfort zone behind, and something about following your inner guidance system, that intuition, that big old moon behind this wish fulfillment genie, right? That's when reciprocity comes in. Some of you have to take a big risk. And maybe you're conflicted about even taking that risk. Do I go? Should I stay or should I go now, right? Some of you need to take that risk because like the reward outweighs the risk. Money, right? Fulfillment, abundance. And also the King of Pentacles can be like fatherhood, building of a home, a really solid career. Some of you may be going into business for yourself. Some of you may be meeting an earth sign who really contributes positively to your life, right? And you wouldn't have met them otherwise had you not left the familiar behind. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn vibes. But yeah, like this is a new chance at love for a lot of you. It's leaving people in the past behind that, yeah, we're not contributing. You're going to have that, Sagittarius. Don't you want that? That looks good to me. I don't know about you. All right, we're going to clarify this King of Pentacles. Wrap it up. What do we need to know with this King of Pentacles for Sagittarius? I can already tell people are going to admire you and respect you. And for those who kind of didn't treat you great in the past, they're going to regret it. And that's a little bit scary because they may try and come back. And again, you might feel conflicted about how to deal with them. So make sure you sort that out in advance. So should that happen, you're ready. Forewarned is forearmed, right? Yeah, don't let the energy vampires back. Don't let them back. Do you need to know anything else about this King of Pentacles? Yeah, someone in this card is like flirting with you, Sagittarius. Might be another, it might be an earth sign. Could be a Capricorn. All right, so you have the Page of Cups. So yeah, an emotional offer, flirting. Could be this Page of Cups. Somebody who's trying to write you a love letter. Somebody who's shooting you like a flirty text. It's something about messaging and communication, and it is cups, so it's love. It's an emotional offer. For some of you, it might be an apology, especially if you had a toxic person in your past. You might actually get an apology from them, and they're in agony trying to phrase it correctly because they want your love and admiration and appreciation back. They want the friendship back. Actually, for a lot of you, that's what this is. It's an apology. And yeah, holy shit. Okay, this is really cool. So I can show it to you this way. So this is you, Sagittarius, and this is the apology. Like your friend is in agony trying to win back your friendship, right? Sorry, Sagittarius, my camera froze. So this is your friend writing you an apology, trying to win you back. And look at him, he's in agony trying to get it right. It's being represented, this card, by like Pan, by the devil, right? By a toxic person in your life. But look at you, you're off to the side in romantic partnership under the moonlight, right? Maybe with a Pisces or a Cancer, right? And this person is still by your side, but again, you're past it, you're over it. You're looking out into like the bright future. And then on the other side of this card, I can't totally show it to you because it's like hypersexual, but it's hot, just trust me, okay? You get the general idea. That's what's on the other side of this. And as I was saying, it's like someone's looking at you, someone admires you, someone's flirting with you, someone sees how nurturing and kind and gentle you are, and he or she, right, they're like, I want in on this king, right? So it's almost like you're releasing good or bad things from the past, you're making peace with it, right? However you want to handle it. And then great new opportunities come in, and this is the Four of Wands, so this is like the 1111 potential soulmate card. Solid foundations in friendship, in love, and whatever. Yeah, it's like when you release the things that don't serve you, again, universe is going to double down, and they're going to insert quarters into that video game that is metaphorically you. It's like your aunt and you're going, your Mario brothers, you're grabbing these coins and grabbing those flowers, and like points are racking up, and universe is just like, yeah, insert more quarters. Like I'm with Sagittarius on this. This game is awesome, and it's the game of life, Sagittarius. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope whoever needed to hear that did. Please do like, share, subscribe. Hit that like wiggly bell thing down here if you want notifications when I post. I will see you guys next time. Bye, Sagittarius.